When they announced anyone who works in the glass factory should come out and meet outside the synagogue, my mother said, "Get ready, you heard what they said, and go meet them." And I said, "No, I'm not going." I didn't want to go. She said, "Hopefully one of us will survive." And I said, "What are you talking about?" Anyway, we disagreed. I never thought at that age this would happen. And she actually opened the door and she physically pushed me out. And hearing, "Hopefully one of us will survive," which it meant nothing to me. I started walking because we didn't live far from the synagogue. And I still remember I was crying so much. How could my mother do this to me? See, I didn't realize. She must have had a premonition or something, I don't know. Because after that, the whole town was rounded up and sent to Treblinka. Anyone who got there was sent immediately to gas chamber. The trains went through the factory, and a lot of parents knew where we are, where the factory is, and they threw down letters by saying again, "We love you, look after yourself," that sort of thing. And the Polish guy picked up the letter and they gave it to me. I had that letter for a very, very long time, until Buchenwald. But it was hard. I mean, all the time that I was in the camp, very, very often I started thinking about what happened. And very often I used to think to myself, before they were gassed, before they were killed, did my sister, being with my mother, how did they feel? Did they knew what's going to happen? Yes, very often I thought about how their behavior the last hour or two or day. No, I didn't talk to other people that what happened and it was right or wrong. No, I kept it to myself. They made an announcement that they know there is 500 Jews who hid themselves and they are in hiding. If they come up and give themselves up, they will be accepted, or the Germans will accept them and feed them and recognize them as laborers. About 300 did come out, gave themselves up. As soon as they came up, the Germans put them into the synagogue. So they were short of another 200. They didn't care who or what. To them it was numbers of people. So one morning they gave a directive to the police to round up the other 200. Unfortunately, some policemen picked me up. I was arguing with them, showing them that I got permission to stay, to work. They didn't want to know. And they put me in the synagogue as well. In life, you need a bit of luck. And the luck was that the police people picked up 20 odd from the same shift from the factory. the production director couldn't replace us right away, and some of us were, what I said to you, professional. We became professional glass makers. So the director must have had negotiation with the SS. Anyway, they released us. By releasing, they called my name and some other names back to the factory. A guy in front of me was called out as well. He was older than I. And he had a small baby with him, 2, 3 years old. And the SS man said, no, you come out, the baby goes back to the synagogue. He had seconds to make up his mind. He made up his mind to go back with the son, back to the synagogue. A day later, they took them all out in the woods. They shot them all. So yes, I was saved by being a glassmaker.